Libra, sun, moon, rising, north node, Venus, even cross watchers. This is a timeless reading coming up for whenever you find it. Sources brought you here. It's all done by divine design. Everything's happening for a reason. Your job is to figure out what is the reason. So we're going to start with the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck. Let's just God channeling for the viewers of this Libra video. What do you want to talk to them about at this time? We're doing what we do because we love and adore our brothers and sisters of humanity, and we know that the more of us that are empowered, the more empowered we will all be. So let's get into these messages. We're going to take 4 cards for the past. First one being the seed of the situation and the furthest to the past, moving towards the future. The 5th card will be the now, and then we'll get into your predictive energies moving into your future, with our final card being the position of the outcome. So what is the root of the situation? What is the furthest past that is the root of the situation for our viewers of this Libra video? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And you have the Grove. The Grove. So here we have 2 empty seats with a cat in the middle. Somebody intuitively on their own. Somebody intuitively on their own for a healing. I feel like for a healing needed to happen. I feel like you needed to take a break from a battle. Let's see, moving forward in the past still. Coming closer to now from the past. What else is there that we are to discuss? We have differences. So I feel like you attracted somebody who was an opposite. There was some opposite energy going on, seeing opposites, seeing differences, seeing what is different from where you were than where you wanted to be, is something that I'm hearing. Seeing the differences between where you were and where you wanted to be becoming very clear to you. Moving closer to now from the past, we have the Moon. Intuitively being drawn in a specific direction, following your intuition to move more. And I feel like even doing more spiritual work on yourself to create this change, as you recognize some of the contrasting elements of yourself or differences in your situation. You start to look at it more spiritually. Okay, what can I do to actually create this change in my life? Let's look at your most recent past energy for Libra. Most recent past, we have fulfillment. Look at that. Something coming to fulfillment, feeling really good, feeling really happy. Something coming together and within you. And I feel like there's an energy of celebrating because, you know, you had this something coming together under, I feel like even under the full moon. Somebody had an experience. The full moon was on Halloween. So let's see a fulfilling experience come through. Let's go ahead and go into right now. What is the energy of right now for our viewers? Thank you. Honesty. Being honest with yourself. There is a fire here. There's passion. Fire is passion. And there's also spiritual guidance and intuitive knowing here. Intuitive knowing. Okay. And I'm hearing about a connection. So in your nearest future experience, what is unfolding in the nearest future experience? We have hope. Hope restored. Even though things seem dark, there is hope being restored. Hope being grounded and founded. And again, the moon, I feel like between now and the next full moon, there's going to be more evolving, more information coming to the light. Moving further forward in your predictions in the future for Libra. Thank you. We have love. Love being revealed. Okay. And again, forward into the future prediction energy for Libra. The vision. The vision becomes clear. And look at the moon. The moon went from big to small to ginormous. So intuition coming very strong. The vision that you had, being honest about the vision that you had coming to fruition. Aphrodite is our goddess of love energy. So let's go ahead and look at the outcome energy here for Libra. Outcome energy, please, is the High Priestess of Earth. This is the ability to materialize what you are focused upon and build something stable. She's giving me Empress energy. Her number is 3. This is an oracle deck. This is not a tarot deck, but she is strongly giving me Empress energy. The bottom of the deck here is meditation. Yeah, you've done some meditation, some thinking. You've done some deep, not even thinking, but meditation. You've quieted, you've listened, you've prayed, you've connected to source in this. So let's use the Osho Zen Tarot to clarify further the messages that are being delivered here and get some more out of it for the viewers of this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's just God, what else can you reveal to make this message clearer for our viewers? Thank you. Why is the grove here as the seed of the situation? New vision coming out. So there were 2 empty seats, but the intuition was sitting there. And it's like, I feel like being called into this new creation happening very spiritually to create in the physical world. So there's like having an idea of what you wanted. And I feel like this was you praying to fill these seats. Praying to fill these seats, asking the universe, sending your intentions out there, putting your words out there like, okay, I know what I want. This is what I want. I'd like it to come in this way, that way, the other way. What, you know, and whatever you left open to the universe, you left open to the universe, and you were willing to follow the guidance to go to it. Let's see why there's differences here. Some of you literally had to go to it. Let's see, what is the differences here? Why is differences here? In the past energy, no-thingness. Shadow work was being done because the contrast was being highlighted. So this is where you're looking at somebody who is a mirror to you, and they're showing you your own energy, and you have to do the work and learn the life lessons. Learn the life lessons. Why are we saying lessons? Because lessening and licenses is all coming up. So those words being significant, maybe licensing had to do something with somebody for some, maybe you had to get a license to love, then you had a green light. There were some lessons that needed to be shown through the contrast. But there's also with this no-thingness, this is the Hierophant, and this is major arcana number 5. So this is about a commitment to a situation to really reveal the differences and to merge these 2 different energies. Is really interesting how that's coming out. Let's see the moon in your past energy. What is the moon here in the past energy for our viewers? Let's respect. Thank you. We have exhaustion. Exhaustion. I feel like these are those 2 different energies. One person being very much intuitively guided, the other one being more mentally, like trying to mentally solve the problem instead of following intuition, working themselves out in the physical, like doing too much in the physical to try to compensate for these differences. There were differences there, and somebody really worked themselves out, made themselves very busy, gave themselves too much to do, taking responsibility out, and that became very exhausting, taking a lot of responsibility for the whole thing. And it's like somebody realizing, like, I'm taking on too much responsibility, and intuitively being guided to kind of ease up, walk away from some of those responsibilities, ease up their load, okay, and fulfillment coming in immediately after that in your most recent past. What is this fulfillment? Thank you. Breakthrough. Look at that. As you decided to ease yourself from some of these responsibilities, some of the burdens, you find an energy of finally, I feel free. I've had a breakthrough, and breaking through blockages came in. That's the fulfillment. That's what you were toasting. And I feel like this is a personal accomplishment. I feel like this is really all about you. I don't feel like this is so much about any other. I feel like this is more about you having a breakthrough, a realization about your vision and what is very fulfilling for you. And really, again, freeing yourself from restriction, freeing yourself from the feelings of restriction, ideas that were restricted, beliefs that were restricted. freeing yourself from feeling stuck in a situation. Let's see, why is honesty here in your current energy? Why is honesty here? What are we being honest about is what I'm hearing. What are we being honest about in the current situation? Laziness. Honestly, I don't want to do all the work. Honestly, I want to just chill and relax and enjoy this drink. And what falls apart, let it fall apart. What's broken, let it be broken. And, you know, it's interesting because the black and white checkerboard floor is standing up, and the black and white in this, there are differences there. There are nothing we can do about those differences. I'm not going to try to work on those differences. I'm just going to be honest with myself and allow myself to enjoy the things that I enjoy about this. Okay. Moving in the near future to hope. What is this hope about? Harmony. In the near future, hope is being brought back up and highlighted for harmony in this situation. Like hope is being restored, that there can be harmony in this connection, in this situation. And I really feel like for some of you, this is more harmony within, allowing the harmony to be on the external experience, because you're more harmonized with yourself. Again, you had a breakthrough for yourself. You realized where you were taking on too much responsibilities, and intuitively you were guided to let those go. That helped you have a breakthrough. And now you're like, okay, I'm not going to do all this. I'm not going to overwhelm myself. I'm not going to be the one doing all the work. But because you're there, you're moving into a more hopeful and harmonizing energy that's allowing you to come from the heart, because you're not busying yourself in the physical with the physical things, the cooking, the cleaning, and I got to make this happen, and I got to buy this, and I got to do that, and I got to, no, you're coming from your heart space. You're, all those things that I used to think that I need to do, I realize I don't need to do any of those things. And I'm hearing there's no need to prove myself. Knowing that your heart is enough is bringing in that harmony energy. So let's see, moving forward in your future, you have love. And that card just came right out in my hand, and it's like possibilities. Yes, opening possibilities in love for you. You can see the possibilities in this love as you're starting to see harmony. Those of you who are feeling that this resonates with the connection with somebody else, and you're like kicking back, not working so hard to make it happen, it's as though it was a very wise decision, because it's having the other person, like, since you're not doing it, now the other party has to do their side, and they're seeing that, and they're really seeing the love in you. And I feel like you're loving yourself first by not overwhelming yourself, not taking on these extra things that are just not yours. It's just not yours. You can't change certain things. And it's like the energy of don't love them for who they might be. You love them for who they are now. And in the meanwhile, you can't love anybody else if you're not loving yourself. So there's that energy here. The vision unfolds, though, in your future. And I feel the number 8 is standing out strongly to me. So that's a number of power, of energy, of momentum, of karma. So what you put out coming back to you. Let's go ahead and see why is Aphrodite here. Clinging to the past. Okay, clinging to the past is here. Okay. So I feel like a little bit of what's unfolding for you is you're going to have memories of the past, memories of, it's like you have a new vision about things that you were holding on to from the past. Because you've already had this breakthrough, you're having new ideas about the past. So as you're fulfilling this vision of what you desired, and you've been honest with yourself about this connection, that's very different. Connection with something or someone that's very different than you, some bringing together opposites. I feel like there's going to be a temptation to fall into the old ways is what's coming through. A temptation to fall into the old ways. But you will remember where you're at now. It's like, I don't have to do all this work on my own. It's not mine to do. Okay. High Priestess of Earth as your outcome. Let's clarify that for you. Thunderbolt. Okay. Shock and awe coming in. The Thunderbolt coming in. This is a surprise. Something that you didn't expect. Fallout energy. Interesting. I definitely want to know more about this. The mind is at the bottom of the deck. So, Libra. Question your mind, trust in your heart. That energy is strong all over this. Your mind is trying to make sense of some things, has been trying to make sense of some things. I feel like this Thunderbolt has to do with that mind. You had a breakthrough here in your heart energy, and this is an ego strike coming through. All your chakras are lit up. They're on fire. You are doing the things that you really want to do to create in this world. And so with that, it's like, I feel like the outcome energy for you is, first off, what was falling apart is actually falling into place. And any false foundations are being broke down to be brought into a chance to build from a real solid, stable foundation. So let's go ahead and go make another round with the miracles now to clarify further. And then we'll see how it all pulls together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's just start channeling for the viewers of this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank you all for giving this video a thumbs up, and for any and all donations that you choose to send with the information below the video. We're so thankful and grateful to receive them. May they multiply swiftly and return to you on the wings of grace with ease and flow in magical, happy ways. Why is the Grove and New Vision here as the seed of this situation? Please and thank you. I feel like somebody was really on their own for a while, and you decided maybe there was this beautiful character that came into your experience, and you just knew that, I hear uplift. You knew you could do something to uplift. You knew you could do something to create some uplifting energy here. It says, at the moment I begin to celebrate myself and focus on my successes is the moment I begin living. So maybe that creature you saw was yourself, and you decided to uplift yourself by paying more attention to how successful you've been and celebrating yourself and getting a new vision for what you would like to bring in for yourself. You've done so many things. So now, maybe you were with, I hear somebody was without a project for a while. Somebody was not on assignment for a while. And then you chose to accept a new assignment. Now, a lot of you who are very spiritual, you know that your assignments have to do with others. Your assignment could be your job. It could be a relationship. It could be a family environment that you're sustaining, or a friendship. It's an interaction that you have in which, you have a spiritual purpose to fulfill with those involved, right? Okay, so let's see differences in nothingness. I feel like this is you learning through the contrast. Libra, you've been learning through the contrast. And what does that mean? So contrast, when we say that, we're talking about experiences that are not necessarily pleasurable, but you're learning major important life lessons through them. So the clarifier that comes out is, when I move my body, I bust through all the block that blocks me from my true health and vitality. So there were some blockages in place because you weren't willing to look at the other side of something. Avoiding difficult experiences didn't help you. Trying to run from it as though it wasn't there, trying to avoid what you didn't want to look at, didn't help you. So here I see you choosing to look at those things, bust through them, make that breakthrough. And this is where you chose it. And this is where it happened in your most recent past. Let's see, why is the moon in exhaustion here, please and thank you. Why do we have the moon in exhaustion? When in doubt, I play it out. This card came out in this exact same position. I want to say for Virgo, maybe. But when in doubt, I play it out. This is you. You were feeling very exhausted by a situation, a circumstance, and you decided, you know what, I need to shift my focus. I need to have some fun. I need to rethink everything that I'm doing here. Again, we were talking about taking on a lot of responsibilities and choosing that. My intuition is saying just to drop the ball on all this shit. And so you did. You dropped the ball, and then you dribbled it, and then you went for a shot. You made a three-pointer. I don't know what all that means to you, but somebody really into basketball. Okay. I'm not into sports. Let's just clarify that. Okay. Most recent past, fulfillment and breakthrough. Why is it? What was fulfilled? What was the breakthrough? Show me more about the fulfillment breakthrough. Thank you. They're saying this one here. I am not the victim. I am the lighthouse. Praise. So you had a realization, like whatever the situation here where you felt overburdened, you felt overwhelmed, you had to learn, or you chose to learn through contrast, you realize, hey, I'm not a victim here. I actually am bringing light to things, and I've got filled with more light through choosing this contrasting opportunity. This was an opportunity. Everything is happening for me. Nothing is happening to me. I'm the powerhouse here. I am the divine child of the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. Therefore, everything here must be serving me. What is this been serving me? So somebody began to really look at what were the lessons and blessings involved in the situation, instead of feeling like, you did all this to me. They did that to me. Honesty and laziness. Before I pull a clarifier for this, I'm hearing what you realize is you don't have to do nothing to be deserving. You are a good person. You know you're a good person. You don't have to prove yourself or your worth to nobody. So let's go ahead and just clarify this now that we've gotten that out. It's like you're deserving because you're here. You're worthy and deserving because you're here. And you're aligned with this energy. We're not saying everybody who is a Libra out there is in that energy. We're talking about the people who are attracted to watch this video. Because you chose this video for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And source is drawing specific energies to this video. So the clarifier for you is dissolve all boundaries with love. Look at that. Choosing the love. Choosing the love. I don't have to do anything to prove my worthiness and my deservability. I am love, and I'm going to have this. I've had this breakthrough. I'm going to stop restricting myself. I'm going to stop weighing myself down. I'm going to be honest with myself, and I'm choosing love. Okay, so in your nearest future, hope and harmony. Let's clarify these. Hope and harmony. Okay, being clarified by the qualities I dislike in others are disowned parts of my shadow. This card also came out, so some of you could very seriously be dealing with I think it's a Virgo energy, because I just got this card this morning in one of the readings I was doing. So harmony coming in, hope being restored, because you're realizing like this person is mirroring your own shadows to you in the future. You know, you're embracing some of your own shadow elements through the mirror of this connection, through the mirror of this situation. And you're bringing harmony to all of it. You're bringing harmony to all of it, bringing it all together. Okay. Bringing it all together. And I feel like this goes back to the victim. Like some of you had a lot of difficulties, and that's what this situation, this heartfelt relationship or situation, something you really care about, is showing up for you. Where were you holding on to the victim? I feel like you're coming into another epiphany about that, another download. Let's see. Love and possibilities is here and moving forward in your future. I welcome abundance, and I will pay attention to the guidance I receive. So love, possibilities, this love is very abundant for you, and you know that your intuition is guiding you. Your intuition is showing you that there's a lot of possibilities in here. And where we're talking about relationship or whatever this is for you, this situation that you're resonating with, I feel like it's like Spirit is showing you that, look, honey, there's so much available here for you. Just follow the guidance, keep doing the work. Embrace your shadows, become the master of these shadow energies, because this love is filled with possibility. Okay, so vision and clinging to the past. Why are these here moving forward in your future? Thank you. Why do we have the vision and clinging to the past? The goddess of love. Okay. I let my intimate relationships be my greatest learning devices for spiritual growth and healing. I feel like this is the person, either you or the person you're dealing with, somebody is still got some past issues coming up. But I feel like through the parameters of this relationship, through this experience with one another, like love, it causes growth and healing. So I see a discussion being had. That helps clear the way, that helps clear some of these past confusions, beliefs, ideas, pains that have been held on to, things that is still stuck in the mind, you know, and that stuff is coming through and it's being released and it's being transmuted and changed into growth and healing. Because that's what relationships are. You think relationships are just because you're comfortable with somebody, you really enjoy their presence because you like the way it feels or whatever. No, honey. This is a spiritual battlefield. This is a spiritual classroom. Earth, that is. If you wanted to stay in heaven, you should have kept your ass there. This is not fucking heaven. This is earth. So get to work in this relationship. The relationship, if you think you're going to find somebody where it's always hunky-dory and cheery and fairy all the time, like, no, that's not how it works. This is earth. This is not heaven. That happens in heaven. This is on earth. Everything is not in harmony here. And why? It's set to evolve the soul. It's set for spiritual growth and healing. You're in a physical body. And by doing what you're doing, you're raising the vibration on earth. You're raising the vibration for humanity, for all those generations that will come later. And so everywhere where you're clearing these past energies and you're making peace with what is, and you're learning to choose to move through these difficulties because of love, Whatever you were blocked from before, you were blocking love. And now you're growing as a result. And it affects more than just you. It affects everyone else around you too. The High Priestess of Earth and the Thunderbolt. I feel like this is a surprise coming together for you. But let's see. Why is the High Priestess of Earth and the Thunderbolt here? As an outside, or as an outcome, outside. Okay, as an outside. The word outside came out of my mouth, and I meant to say as an outcome. So something about the outside, right? Okay. True abundance is an inside job. It's not an outside job. There it is. So this is like the realization that no matter what you, and I feel like maybe you and the person that you are thinking of in this reading are really realizing like the better you're doing internally, the better the outside becomes. And this is like a huge realization. And I feel like this is something that can really be built on for you. So the energy of this connection is always going to be affected by you. We start with celebrating yourself. We end up with abundance being an inside job. In the middle of it is dissolving all boundaries with love. So you have to be in love with you. You have to know that you're the way that this relationship is smoother waters. And where you're having your own shadows come out, you got to do the work to bring harmony to that. You got to be willing to look at, are you overwhelming yourself? Are you owning shit that's not yours? And you've already had a lot of breakthroughs about victimization. You are not a victim. You're not here to be a victim. You're the divine child of the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. And so choosing love right now, you don't have to do anything to deserve love. If you feel like you have to work so hard to get somebody's love, well, that's a sign. If you feel like you have to do so much to get somebody's love, the only thing you need to work on is yourself. The only thing you need to work on is yourself. They said one more time for emphasis. The only thing you need to work on is yourself. Because true abundance is an inside job. You attracted this situation that is really, I'm hearing the word enthralling to you. You attracted this situation because you began to focus on yourself. You made moves in the past. It was like, oh man, this right here where I'm at, this is not progressive. This ain't going nowhere. Maybe it was a relationship and you're like, this person is not looking to improve themselves. They're happy with maintaining the little bit they got. Look, I want bigger, better things. I want to travel. I want to build. I want a business. I want to do this. I want to be in different places. So you began to move away from that. You moved through those blockages and you embrace that. You decided to take a chance to play. That brought up some victimization energy where you've been a victim before. You chose to move through it with love. And in choosing that, your shadows became shown to you. You decided to empower yourself by not just saying, well, I don't like you. You're pissing me off. It's your fault. No, because that would be playing the victim again. But you've already moved past that. You're not a victim. Okay, well, then why are you mirroring this to me? Where am I holding this energy? The Spirit shows you the wisdom about what you're holding in your own heart. You begin to see that. And this relationship becomes key and relevant in your life to you healing and your growth. And then you become so fulfilled within that it's like, surprise coming in. And somebody's alarm is going off. The bottom of the deck, relationships are assignments for optimal growth and healing. Yes, I did speak about assignments, didn't I? I spoke about assignments. Somebody had a, to really, I'm hearing struggle to stay within the confines of this assignment that you've been given in this situation because there was so much contrast in it, so much differences here, and at one point there was no hope, but the hope is being restored. And it's all happening because you decided what is yours to carry and what is not yours to carry. You let the other person carry their stuff. You're carrying your stuff. You're learning through this relationship. So regardless of the other person's choices, right, of what they're choosing to do with it. But I do feel like because you're choosing it, this harmony right here means that they're choosing it too. That's what I'm getting. But you're not making that the factor in why you're doing what you're doing. You're doing because it's what you need to be doing. Okay. So I want to thank you all for being tuned in, tapped in, turned on with me. And as this video is got the live red rectangle because I'm still recording it, I want to thank Kaya and Kat for showing up. I see your comments. I'm so thankful and grateful that you're here for this live broadcast. And for all of you watching it on the replay, we love you too. All the silent stalkers and watchers, yeah, I know you there. Anyways, until next time, sending you the energies of love and peace and happiness. Laters.